This is Mount Massive.
Yodelay-hee-hoo.
All right, so we got a special guest, Mr. Kyle Lutz. He brought his own topic because he's a loyal listener, and he said, "Hey guys, do the top 5 sports movies." And Muff and Alex said, "Bring forth your top 5 movies and come on the show." So welcome to the show, Kyle. How are you?
Thanks, Jim. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, and it's been great listening to you guys for the past couple months. And excited to be on. It's actually my first podcast I'm on.
Well,
Hey.
happy to pop your cherry coming on the show. Ooh, good sound effect, Muff. So we're gonna save yours, the best, for last. We're gonna have Alex start.
Okay.
Does that mean Alex is the worst?
Yes. And we're gonna have you judge everyone's list, Kyle.
Oh boy.
So Alex,
Be ruthless. It's okay.
Alex is gonna say his reasoning for his list, give his spiel, and then tell the list, and then Kyle, you tell us what you think.
Sounds good.
All right. So my list in no particular order. We have 1, Rudy. 2, Radio. 3, The Sandlot. 4, Rocky. And 5, Miracle. With an honorable mention going to Angels in the Outfield.
Is there any reasoning behind your list?
No, I just like these movies. I used to watch Rudy like on repeat at night, like a little DVD player. It's good inspirational movie about coming up from the bottom. I think that's what I always like the movies that like they motivate you, you know? And then The Sandlot's just for fun.
Kyle, what do you think of his list?
I think it's an excellent list. I don't think I've seen Miracle before, but if I did, it was a long time ago.
And I play for the United States of America.
But I always say I know the story behind it. 1980s U.S. Olympic hockey team, but great story behind it. But yeah, The Sandlot, not to get too far ahead, it's on my list as well. I mean, who can go wrong with The Sandlot? It's an excellent movie. It's a lot more about that than baseball, about friendship. It's about growing up, making memories. It's one of the best too. So I really love that option.
I'm gonna go next. My list is based on strictly my personality and my life. I'm a big fan of Any Given Sunday, Lawrence Taylor. To me, that's how football really is. It's probably not, but in my head, that's how football is. 4 is King Richard. I got 2 daughters of my own. It's kind of how I think I parent. I probably don't parent like the Williams father, but it's kind of how I wish I did. Varsity Blues, because I grew up in that era of that's kind of how I see the Ohio Valley and sports. Days of Thunder, Robin is Racing. I love Days of Thunder. And then I wrestled. So Vision Quest is a movie that like we always watch before tournaments. So Vision Quest, like you put Vision Quest on right now, and me and my buddy Goose will sit down and just watch the whole damn thing and drink beer. And then honorable mention for me is Sandlot, because growing up, I had my own Sandlot with a bunch of friends. So that's my list.
Yeah. Is Vision Quest the movie where the song "Lunatic Fringe" became popular? I believe so. I forget if it's that movie or another. Like
I can't remember movie. Either. But that's Vision Quest is the cut and weight. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, Kyle, what do you think of my list, buddy?
I totally forgot about Varsity Blues. I've seen it a few times, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gonna have to probably rewatch that one now, because I really enjoyed that one when I first watched it.
Many drunken nights watching that movie.
I have never seen 3 of the 5 movies on your list.
What 3?
Vision Quest.
I haven't seen King Richard yet. I know that's a rather new movie, so I haven't gotten around to see that one yet. But
it's good.
Will Smith won the Oscar for that one, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that one's definitely on my watch list. But yeah, I know that's one that's rather new, so that's probably the reason why I haven't gotten around to that one yet.
Yeah, go see it.
What are the other 2 you haven't seen, Alex?
Days of Thunder and Vision Quest.
Go watch Days of Thunder.
And what was the third one? King Richard?
Richard, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I haven't seen Varsity Blues in a very long time. And then everyone's kind of seen Any Given Sunday at least once.
I don't want your life.
I don't want your life. Any Given Sunday, Jim, did we just talk about football is like not that anymore?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
But in my head, when Lawrence Taylor was playing football, that's how Lawrence Taylor played football. Like,
it's true.
So go ahead, Muff. Give us your list.
My list, as should be expected, has a couple golf movies on it. Tin Cup and Caddyshack are the golf movies on there. Friday Night Lights and Varsity Blues are the football movies. And then White Men Can't Jump is also on my list to round out the 5.
So go ahead, Kyle.
I love Caddyshack. It's an all-time classic golf movie. That's actually one of the movies that may be on my list, maybe in my honorable mention, but love that movie. I think that's my dad's favorite movie. So he always quotes that movie when we go golfing, and it's just a very funny movie, all-time classic for golf. So glad you brought that up, Muff.
Mm-hmm. I have never seen White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, Alex,
what's wrong with you?
I'm telling you, I told you guys you need to assign me a weekly movie and I'll report back. Jeez. Con Air this week. You can't take it back.
Yeah, you have to watch Con Air.
Kyle, real quick before we get into your list, what were your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers showing up as Cameron Poe at training camp?
I love Aaron Rodgers, his personality. That was
pretty
cool.
Kyle, you're welcome back on this show anytime you'd like to, especially during football season.
Another one,
we can
Jim.
talk about Aaron Rodgers.
I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan, too. Even though I'm not a Packers fan, big fan of Aaron Rodgers.
All right, Kyle.
But also, since I'm on here, go Buckeyes.
There we go. Redeemed.
And half the reason I needed to come on the show is give you some Buckeye backup, Jim.
There we go. Let's hear your list, Kyle.
All right. In no particular order. Friday Night Lights, The Bad News Bears, Moneyball, The Sandlot, and this may be a little bit controversial, and maybe it's just because I have my nostalgia goggles on, The Longest Yard, 2005, the remake with Adam Sandler.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And a few of my honorable mentions, obviously, like any of the Rocky movies besides Rocky 5.
Yes.
Caddyshack, Happy Gilmore. And another category I had was the most quotable sports movies was Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Talladega Nights. And I just had a couple underrated ones that are very good, but I don't think they get the spotlight that they should, is Glory Road.
I almost put that on my list. That's a good movie.
Gridiron Gang.
Okay.
And The Ringer.
Yes. That is on one of my all-time favorites.
I quote that a lot. You took it and you scratched it.
My CD.
Look me dead in the face and you scratch my CD. What do you have got ice cream? That's my favorite.
It was on the quotable list, right? That was
Kyle, I wanted to throw out 2 more just to see your reaction since they got taken off my list. Remember the Titans was one that we didn't mention. That was
I'm actually surprised no one said that one.
I tried, but Jim cut me off.
I thought it was going to be on almost everyone's list. I hear people talking about that all the time for like best football movies. So I was preparing to hear that a lot. So
I think the only reason it wasn't on my true list was it was like a predictable. Yeah. And then the other one that I had as an honorable mention was A League of Their Own.
That's a good one.
I think this is very telling. Our lists are very telling of like the generation we grew up in.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I guess Remember the Titans is the same like generation as Friday Night Lights as far as the movie, but the book, right, about the real Permian Panthers was set in the 80s.
Well, I think the movie was set in the 80s too.
Right, I'm saying, but the movie came out. Right, but the movie came out.
Oh yeah, it came out in like 04, 05.
Much later.
Yeah.
But the story was back to the 80s.
Okay.
And obviously Varsity Blues is the football movie that Jim and I grew up with going through in that. So Jim got a little bit more, even farther back for his list.
Oh yeah. Vision Quest is, yeah. I mean, it got passed down, you know what I mean? Like So like wrestler, high school would pass to the next wrestler. So like it got to me through the 80s because 80s wrestlers were passing it down. Well, Kyle, I hope you enjoyed being on your first podcast.
Yeah, it was a great time. I had a great time talking to you, gentlemen, and hope I can do it again sometime.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite segment is the Mount Massive, and
that's right.
A good time.
Favorite segment, Mount Massive. That's right. You heard that, Muff.
You too could be a guest on Mount Massive.
When he told us that, we immediately credited you, Jim.
Yes, we did.
I know you think we only talk bad about you, but we said stuff nice.
I appreciate it.
We talk nice. We talk nice behind your back, buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, that was Mount Massive.
Yodelay.